Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon Geeky Sparkles sitting this video out. We're going to talk about Stranger Things again. We're going to do a post-mortem, but don't worry, Stranger Things is not dead. They're going to milk this thing as much as they can. The Stranger Things train is not pulling into the station. It's actually derailing and going off of a cliff. We're going to talk about how one of the spinoffs is going to explain a major plot hole in the series finale in season 5, I guess, where the magic rock came from that turned Henry evil. Spoiler. There will be some spoilers in this video, sorry. And also, we've already got this cartoon show coming, and the cartoon show looks like they're trying to walk it back to season 1, season 2, when, you know, the show is actually still pretty good. And Nancy Wheeler has her own mystery series, like Nancy frickin' Drew. Yeah, I don't know if she's packing heat or what, but they're doing these books. So yeah, this thing's not going anywhere. Obviously, everybody's getting too old, but it does feel like the Duffers phoned in the last episode. But there's going to be lots of drama and discussion around this show, I think, for years to come. So we're going to do kind of a post-mortem wrap up here. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, again, Geeky Sparkles sitting this video out. She's out and about today, but she will be back hopefully tomorrow. This is coming from Deadline. We're going to talk about its Theatrical Performance. Stranger Things finale delivered $25 million to movie theaters after New Year's play, more than 60% of that from AMC. Box office update. Now, this is interesting because Netflix, supposedly, once they buy Warner Brothers, they're talking there might only be a 17-day window from theatrical to Netflix. And that's not going to be good news for theaters, but I guess for now they're going to throw them a bone. So Deadline says sources are telling us this morning that the Stranger Things finale cleared well north of 25 million, possibly even 30 million in concession cash to movie theater owners over its New Year's Eve and New Year's Day play. Of that figure, 15 million was generated by the number one circuit, AMC theaters, off an attendance of 753,000. By comparison, Avatar: Fire and Ash, the number one grossing film of the season, made a combined 23 million over New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. But, you know, it had 2 weeks before, right? Exhibition couldn't charge for tickets. Oh, that's interesting. Exhibition couldn't charge for tickets to the Netflix event given the cast's contractual terms for residuals. Hence, the streamer and circuits got around this by reserving seats with concession vouchers. So they had to sell food. That's interesting. At AMC theaters, such concession vouchers cost $20 per seat. At 231 locations, AMC had a bit more than a third of the total theater count showing Stranger Things. That's interesting, though. Given the cast's contractual terms for residuals, how do they feel about that? Like, we're just going to sidestep your contract and people are going to buy food, I guess. AMC estimates that more than half of all Stranger Things fans watch the finale in a movie theater. They do so at an AMC venue. Okay, so Stranger Things finale played in over 620 locations, and the series creators, the Duffer Brothers, announced 2 days before the finale played that 1.1 million seats were sold, a number that was ahead of K-pop Demon Hunters before its late August 2-day play. No, AMC, the number one circuit, didn't play K-pop during the run, which yielded exhibitors 19 million. Exhibition wants Netflix to commit to theatrical runs more, and the streamer will have contractual obligations to filmmakers once they complete their acquisition of Warner Brothers. Oh, I think this is a taste of things to come. I'm going to be honest. Netflix is going to say whatever they have to say to push the deal through, but they're totally going to F over theaters. I have no doubt, because there's no reason. There's no reason for it. Right? They're buying Warner Brothers because they want like a Batman TV show or something. Watch them do Absolute Batman as a Netflix show. Can you imagine that? Absolute Batman, the Netflix series. I could see it happening. I could. But then that's going to be the end of like Batman movies. And nobody's going to. Why would you go pay to see a Batman movie when you got Batman at home? I'm just saying. So Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos has waffled in his messaging on theatrical, telling analysts on earnings calls post the success of K-pop that Netflix prioritizes their first-run movies for the service. Post Netflix firming up its bid for Warner Brothers, Sarandos has changed his tune. Yeah, he's going to say whatever he has to say to get the deal pushed through, and then he's going to fuck everybody over. He's just like a politician. They all are. CEOs, they're like politicians. They tell people what they want to hear until the coast is clear, and then you wait a year or two, and then you're like, rug pull. It's like, yeah, then at that point, we're just going to, throw everything on Netflix. They said there's been a lot of talk about theatrical distribution, so we want to set the record straight. We are 100% committed to releasing Warner Brothers films in theaters with industry standard windows. So Hollywood is continuing to worry about what traditional means for Netflix. Sources told Deadline that Netflix have been proponents for a 17-day window, which would steamroll the theatrical business, while circuits such as AMC believe the line needs to be held around 45 days. Yeah, I think that's going to be catastrophic for theaters. I do. It's not going to be good for Hollywood next year. We've talked about this. It's not going to be good. But Netflix is going to keep chugging along. So this is the back door, I guess, for their spinoff. They're going to explain where the hell the magic rock came from. I guess they explain it somewhat in the play, but most people haven't seen the play, right? So Pop Rant has this. Did Stranger Things finale just reboot its mythology through a rock? Duffer Brothers confirm Henry Creel's red artifact will now lead a new Netflix spinoff. So they confirmed a mysterious glowing rock from Stranger Things Season 5 will become central to a new Netflix spinoff. The artifact that fused with Henry Creel may launch a whole new horror mythology. Fans online are already theorizing alien ties, secret experiments, and ancient forces long before the Upside Down. So basically, yeah. Whatever. They said the rock's origin is finally going to matter. Okay. The red glowing rock first appeared in Stranger Things, The First Shadow, a stage play that acted as a prelude to the show. Then it reappeared for about 3 seconds in Season 5's flashbacks. In the finale, viewers saw it fusing with Henry Creel's hand, giving him power and a dangerous link to the Mind Flayer. At the time, many fans wondered if it was a throwaway detail. Nah. Now the Duffers have confirmed it isn't. They said the upcoming spinoff will build its own mythology around the object. Matt Duffer teased that fans will understand it more clearly in the new series, but he also said to expect a narrative that is very fresh and very new. Well, that would be something, wouldn't it? Because this show's, I like Stranger Things for the most part up until the last season, but it's just a rehash of every 80s movie ever, so that would be fresh. Fan reactions light up social media. Okay. The announcement spread fast online, and fans are already weighing in. Mind Flayer's rock spinoff. I need more Stranger Things ASAP. Could this tie in the real 1940s experiments or Roswell's alien material? Yeah, I think what's going to happen is they're going to tie all the tinfoil hat conspiracy UFO lore stuff together, because they're already talking the USS Eldridge, and they're talking, Montauk and Roswell and all that. Yeah. So basically, the Mind Flayer and the aliens, and they'll probably bring gray aliens into it. It's going to be like X-Files. I wondered if they were going to do a Joyce and Hopper spinoff. Apparently, they're not going to. We're going to talk about this cartoon show, too. The Duffer Brothers teased new Stranger Things spinoff. It doesn't involve any of the characters in Hawkins. The Upside Down or the 1980s is very different, yet still very much Stranger Things. So I'm thinking 1940s, 50s. Not all responses are positive. So they couldn't finish their own show, and now they're holding plot answers for a spinoff. Yes, that's my feeling on it. It's like the body's not even cold. That's what this, it feels like. Yeah, they're wrapping things up for Hawkins, but they're already moving on to the next thing. Using a rock from Season 5 feels like grasping at any tether to keep this alive. Because money. Many fans see potential. If they're rewriting mythology and expanding the universe, I'm all in for something stranger. Be careful what you wish for. You might get the monkey's paw. They might make it just incredibly stupid. So yeah, they're talking 1940s government experiments, Roswell, primordial cosmic force, exotic multiverse matter. What does it mean for the universe? It means more money. It means more money and more watch time. And that's what this is all about. So here is, we're going to watch the trailer, I guess, for Stranger Things 85, Tales from 85. So they're not going to stop making Stranger Things. All right, here's the cartoon show.
What we've been able to capture is the magic of Hawkins in a new way. So our story takes place.
So what do you do when your cast ages out? You turn them into cartoon characters. You just milk it. It looks like Arcane. Is this the same studio that did Arcane?
It's between seasons 2 and 3. But we soon learn that nothing is quite as they thought it was. So get your flashlight.
So if this is the studio that did Arcane, I don't know if it is off the top of my head, is that why Arcane ended? So they could make Stranger Things cartoons? Is that why they canceled it?
Get your backpack because it's going to be amazing.
That's interesting, though, because they're going back to what was regarded the best era of Stranger Things, those first couple of seasons. And, once the kids start getting older, it was harder, I think, to keep the magic alive. And, you could tell by season 5, they were done. They were done. We're just like, and a lot of people are complaining about it, though. I mean, I'm seeing reactions online, and I think in the weeks to come, we're going to see a lot more anger. This kind of reminds me of Star Wars to some degree, where you're going to have a lot more anger as people look back, especially if they go back and watch it from the beginning again, and you can see in real time that kind of the degradation of the series as it became more and more commercial. I think when it first started, it felt sincere, but toward the end, it felt like product, right? And it was okay. We did review the last episode. We weren't as harsh on it as I think a lot of people were. I think I gave it like a 7. I mean, it definitely didn't answer a lot of questions. It definitely hand-waved a lot of stuff. And it was literally the most simplistic ending ever to this kind of show. It's just like, they go beat the bad guy, and then they live happily ever after. The end. It was very simple, but, maybe that was the intention because of the audience. I don't know. But this is far from over. They're going to keep milking Stranger Things. You guys have any interest in the Stranger Things cartoon show or the Nancy Wheeler mystery books? I don't think I do, but who knows? Going to wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.